Hello and good evening. There's a BMW. Who? There's a fiver right there. Good stuff. Inside joke. I won't tell you that. Anyways, welcome to the second round of the championship. It is the BTCC with BTCC Blueprints and Paul Welsh Season 9 Round 2. Sainte Croix is at the venue. We've got two people watching. Hopefully them two people will give us a like too and subscribe to the channel. So yes, Sainte Croix, the second round of the championship. Now from what we saw last week, there was two things that I noticed. Well, two questions that needs to be said before the racing gets underway. Is, can anyone stop? Where is he? This guy right here, Nicholas Carl. He has done 3 races in his debut championship, and he's had 3 wins. So he, you know, pretty much currently sits at the top of the table on 75 points. Second in the championship is Ryan Martin. So another rookie sitting first and second in the championship. He's on 62 points. Then you got the defending champion Lee McEwen on 54. Adam Piper on 50. Ben Milton in the BMW Who in 48 points. That's £10. Chris Clements he's now currently shown in 6th place in the points, but I think he had his points removed, or he had a points penalty because he caused the incident on the first lap on race 3 that eventually spun poor old Ash Sharp around. So I think his points got deducted after that race. So he sits on 6th place on 41 points. Then Alex Austin, the rookie who won the Mazda MX-5 championship, he sits 7th on 38, and Rob Adams, the first of the VXR Mazdas, in with 32 points. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, Nicholas Cole 3 for 3. Can he make it 6 for 6? But as things stand, he is not the quickest guy around Sainte Croix. So we could see some new winners this season. Another one I want to mention is this guy right here, Ryan Martin. Now, he did a very interesting sort of strategy. Because in the 3 races... Oh, I think that's Jordan Hogan. Gonna have to be... I think he's going out, I think, yeah. He's probably heading out to hang about with his friends, obviously. Such a shame there. Don't want to see that. Yeah, it could be bedtime. Yeah, Jordan needs to go to bed. Anyways, getting back to what I was saying. With Ryan Martin, before we get qualifying underway, is that Ryan Martin, he did very well in his first 3 races, picking up a 3rd, a 2nd, and a 4th. But if there was one thing that, looking back at the stream, it was a bit interesting how he made those pit stops going on to the last lap. Yeah, going on to the last lap of all of the 3 races. But I think, to my knowledge, I don't think he was leading before he made those pit stops. Now, I don't know. It just seems a bit odd there that someone would pit when he's not when he's chasing, when he's going on to the last lap. I hope that it's a different strategy here for Ryan, because certainly didn't work, I would say. Plus also, when you're pitting in, when it's coming on to the last lap, you know, you don't have that time to try and catch that time back up. Whereas if you say, for example, we're racing around Sainte Croix, I think it's going to be 7 laps long. If you pit in halfway during the race, say like 4 laps or so, then at least you've got time to try and catch that gap back up to maybe, say, the leader ahead of you. So I wonder if Ryan has got like a different strategy. Also too, that the tyre degradation is on times too. The lap times, like maybe 2-3 laps in around here, is probably going to be what, the 1/4 of a second, which is pretty much nothing in touring car terms. So I'm hoping that you know, Ryan will have a different strategy for making a pit stop instead of pitting in on going on to the last lap, because to be honest, it didn't work in the 3 races. So I'm hoping he doesn't do it again, because it didn't work. I would understand it if he was leading, but if he was chasing, I would just gone for plan B, honestly. I would have gone for plan B. Anyway, so we're getting qualifying underway. We've got 3 people watching. But Not Bad Marshall here saying good evening everyone, how are you all doing? Lovely to see. So then, we're going out for qualifying. And first out, looks like it's going to be, I think it was Nathan Myers actually. Yes, indeed it is. So let's go with Nathan Myers. Now, Myers had a bit, he stuck his elbows out in the first round, especially from the third race, where Myers picked up an 8th place finish. His other two were a 9th and a 10th. Just going through these series of fast corners here, and now into a very sharp left-hander, and then onto a long straightaway, which is like an elbow kink. Follow behind is Ryan in that Hyundai. We know how unbelievably quick that Hyundai is on the straightaway. Followed by McEwen. In fact, they're going to go 3 abreast, and Milton's going to go by around the outside of all of them, isn't he? Yes, indeed he is. I think it was Milton that set the fastest time in practice, and I think McEwen was up there too in that Lexus. His other teammates of Sharp and Welsh were a bit further down the order, but hopefully we'll see them too pick up during the 3 races. The Sainte Croix circuit, 14 corners around this mammoth circuit, loads of places to overtake. Pretty much every corner is an overtake, except for, like, the exception of maybe say turns 2, 3 and 4, the series of like the Snake Complex. Just going over the bridge, and then there's a nasty bump in the middle of the corner there. I think you may see it on that camera view. It's a really nasty bump. That is, I'm trying to think, is that turn 10? I'm trying to look at it again. No, that's turn 9. My apologies. So let's actually ride on board then with Nathan Myers, as he's going to be the first one to complete the timed lap in the Garmin Evo. Just to note out here as well, Nathan is currently sitting 9th in the championship, sitting on 27 points. He's 2 points ahead of Thomas Walsh. I got a bit of a telling off from Ben, or a bit of a funny telling off. He said Welsh or Walsh. Is it Thomas Walsh or Leon Welsh or whatever? I don't know. Anyway, so this is the first corner, 4th gear. Little lift off the throttle, and now up the little kink, the hill, and then into the complex of corners, turns 2, 3 and 4. Harry Flat is there through turn 2. This is turn 3. Again, fully committed. It's like looking on board the Instagram video of Lewis Hamilton around Mugello. Down into 4th gear. May want to stay in 4th, possibly. May have hit the rev limit if he had stayed in 4th. Down to 3rd gear for this tight corner. This track actually kind of reminds me of Brno, how wide the track is, but the corners look almost like 90-degree corners. Anyway, just coming through the first sector, and his time will be a 54.508. Just going to mention about the team's championship, as we still look at Myers completing his lap around Sainte Croix, the B format circuit. That his team Garmin are leading the way on 143. Then you've got Team RAC, the BMW Hood boys, 15 quid, 136. Then you've got Team Aon already 49 points back. I mean, that's only because they had 2 races there. They had Ryan Martin and Thomas Welsh. But Jordan Hogan, who's racing with us here tonight, I think he's only going to be doing 2 races. Hopefully he'll be there for free. It's not going to be that long, to be honest with you. But they sit there on 87 points, Silverline on 85, and VXR sitting there on 45, with Rob Adams and Jeff Colombaro, who was racing. But we've got Sean Cool back with us here. Sean Cool back from holiday. That's how he missed the first race. So anyway, going into what's turn 12 now, goes Nathan Myers. Just an easy corner here. You've got to be very careful for this final corner here. Turn 14. You don't want to be shortcutting this corner, because that's a lot of green. Yeah, that's half of it. That's completely fine. Again, fighting with the understeer. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a lap around Sainte Croix. So let's see what the times will bring. There's only 15 seconds to go. So 2 minutes 19 there for Myers. And again, Nicholas Cowles goes to the point with a 2:17.4. Alex Austin goes 2nd. Nice lap time from him. McEwen is 3rd. Piper goes 4th. Clements is 5th. Sean, Ben. Oh, Ben's done a horrible lap time, a 2:32. He must have had a moment there which we didn't see, unfortunately. Colin Barlow sets his time, 2 minute 19.578, just over 2 seconds slower than the post at this time. I think Rob is actually going to go for another lap. Alex Austin in second. There's yellow flags being waved. Oh, and that's Carl moving out of the way. McEwen in third, Piper fourth, Clements in fifth. Sixth is Welsh. I think they're all good enough to do another lap in. You got Ryan Martin down there in 7th place, 1.2 off the post at the time, and Leon Welsh in 8th. That's a nice lap time for him, 2:18.883. Then Rob Adams in 9th, who was doing yet another lap time. We've got 6 people watching. There's Jordan Hogan, who was replacing Lewis Edwards. His time is done at 2 minute 19.145. Sharp looks like he is doing another fast lap time. He currently sits in 11th place. 12th is Myers, who we were on board with the whole entire time. 13th is Colin Barlow. Sean Cool down in 14th, so not good for the man who was runner-up last season. And Ben is going to be starting dead last. 2 minute 32.187, nearly 15 seconds. So he did have a moment somewhere in his qualifying effort. So I think as far as I know, you can see there we've got 1, 2, 3... I think we've got about 5 cars that have done their lap times there. McEwen there in that Lexus, sitting solidly in 3rd place. I think he was like 2nd fastest. He did held the fastest time in practice. But let's see. We'll go on board with Myers, because he was the first one to come around. Is he going to improve on his 2 minute 19.485? No, he doesn't. Here comes Rob Adams. Is he going to improve from 9th? He doesn't improve, but Thomas does improve. Thomas Welsh improves to a 2:18.558. That will put him in 5th place there. So nice effort, that. Yeah, he was just quicker than Clements by just less than a 10th. No real change as it is. I don't think any of the other drivers have improved. I think it was only just Welsh that did. So, yeah, solid effort out from Thomas Welsh, putting his car on the inside of row 3. And yet another pole position for Nicholas Carl, but he's going to be alongside Alex Austin in the BMW. Who? I better not stop saying that here. But anyways, here we go then. This is the race, round number 4. It is Carl from Austin, from McEwen, from Piper, from Welsh, Clements, Martin, Walsh, Adams, Hogan, Sharp, Myers, Colin Barlow, Cool, and Milton. Oh, I did it. Get in. Anyways, I got it all. Anyways, we're just waiting for the red lights to come on. The first race of 3, 7 laps around this 14-corner track. It's a horrible camera angle, I'm not going to lie. Lights out and away we go. We know how demon of a start Liam McEwen is on the start, but it looks like Piper got a great jump. And look at Austin absolutely sleeping at the start. He's already down to 7th before going into the first corner. Side by side, and Welsh hits the wall. Got to be very, very careful there too. But Piper's up in 2nd place. An absolutely terrible start from Austin, already down to 8th place. So bad start there from the guy from Stockton-on-Tees. Come on, Alex, I want to see you get up there. You're my homeboy. But anyway, Carl with the good enough lead, and then it is Piper from McEwen, from Martin, who's made a great start, up to 4th place. Clements in 5th. Then it's anyone's guess for 6th one back as Welsh, who scraped the wall in the first corner, and Leon Welsh is now there in 7th place. And like I says, Austin back there in 8th place. Didn't get at all a great jump in the BMW there too. 9th is Adams, 10th is Hogan, Sharp still in 11th. Oh, Cool nearly hit the wall there. I think he was trying to get by Milton around the outside on the long straightaway. And now we're going on to this sort of like an agreed angle here. Oh, and I think Piper's in the lead. Yes, Adam Piper was taking the lead. Let's get a replay of that. So it was pretty much a slipstream effect, this, wasn't it? Yep, he's going to go onto the inside, and through into the lead now goes Adam Piper. Now then, Adam, who felt really strong in that last race at Catalonia, picking up a second place finish here. Adam is one of those drivers that improves race after race, and is still battling around the outside. Let's go! And Piper says, no, you don't. You're not getting by me like that. Forceful but fair driving on the part of Adam Piper, so Carl has to settle for second. It's pretty much a 5-car scrap now for the lead of the race, and already from Austin, who's recovering from that bad start, already up into 6th place. Adam's now up into 7th. Oh no, it was Thomas Welsh, wasn't it? Yeah, Welsh, who's lost the spot. Oh, someone spun in the background. It was a Chevrolet. It was Ash, I think it was. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. Now, was there contact? There must have been if he had his car literally sideways. I think that was at turn 12, I think that was. So let's have a look. Going through... it was Welsh. My apologies. He braked very late going into the corner, made contact with Sharp. And I'll tell you what, that's one of the #1 rule in motorsports is you never ever take out your teammate, and that was what Leon nearly did to Ash, but he paid the consequences himself, and he's sitting there all the way down in that last spot. Anyways, battle going on then for second place as Ryan Martin has now gone up into 3rd. He's passed McEwen somewhere that we didn't know, but he's wanting to get into 2nd place, and he's nearly pushing Carl off the track going into turn 4. Carl looking to the inside nearly of Adam Piper. My goodness me already. Goodness gracious me. Great racing already on in the 2nd lap. But if they continue to battle, look who's catching up in the background. Alex Austin in that BMW. And he's bringing Adams and Walsh with him. I think Nicholas Carl, they're going to go free abreast, maybe going into turn. I'm trying to get the corner number here. I've got the lap track here. Corner 7. Oh, and Martin pushes Carl off into the wall just when I had a glimpse at it again. So Martin up into 2nd, McEwen into 3rd, Carl's all the way down to 4th place, and he's battling with his teammate Chris Clements, who then had a very good battle in race 1 last week at Catalonia. Again, they're side by side. Now we've got ourselves an 8-car battle for the lead now. Because Austin has welcomed himself into the battle, and he's, like I said, he's bringing Welsh and Adams. So then, it is BMW from the Ford, from the Chevrolet, from the 2 Honda liveries of Clements and Carl. Here comes Ryan. He's got a great one now off of turn 10, I think that is. No, that was turn 11, my apologies. Again, Piper going heavily defensive. Can Martin swing it around the outside? Can he do it? Piper being very forceful and pushes Martin off the track. I think that was fair. He was legally, I think that was perfectly fine to do that. Flashing the lights there. Obviously, Martin didn't appreciate that. But it was fine. I think that was, there was some little contact there. But, he made himself go around the outside, and Martin's gone because of it. Wow, I didn't expect that to happen there that early on. He wasn't happy because he got pushed off the track, but he made his car go around down. Here comes McEwen. He's going to take the lead. Indeed he does. So McEwen into the lead of the race. Piper down to 2nd. Also noticed there, Clements into 3rd. He was still battling with his teammate Carl. And Austin now into 5th with the demise of Ryan Martin. It just seemed like it was a very harmless... yeah, there was contact, but... he made his car go around the outside. I know trying to overtake someone is different, but if you're going to go around the outside, there's a greater risk of you being punted off. And that's what happened to Martin. He got shoved off to the track, didn't like it, and he's just left. But I don't know why. He was still battling up front with the lead. I don't understand why. But anyways, McEwen in the lead. Piper 2nd. 3rd is Clements. And again, still being surrounded by his teammate Carl, who's going to the inside, going into turn 7, and he will take that 3rd place. The Mitsubishi's not too quick on the straight line. Here comes Austin. He's going to go free abreast into turn 7. Did a bit of contact with Clements. Oh, goodness me. Now Clements has got the inside for turn 8, going over the bridge. Austin, can he make it around the outside? He's got to be careful because there's a closing right there, which Adams nearly hit. And Austin stays into the 5th position. We're on to lap 3 out of 7, and you can see there Thomas Welsh having a look on the inside, going into turn number 9 on Rob Adams, the best of the VSX Mazdas, bumping and leading on one another, and still Rob holds on to that 6th place. Ben up into 8th place after starting 15th. No sign of Sean Cool though. Where on earth is Sean? Did he make his pit stop? He might have made his pit stop. Actually, yeah, I think he may have done his pit stop. So Sean probably the first to make his pit stop. But Piper's gone back into the lead now. I don't know if we missed it. Yep, indeed we did, unfortunately. So Piper back into the lead, McEwen in second, and Nicholas Cowell all over the back of the defending champion as they're coming through to complete lap 4. And in fact, all of them are coming into the pit lane, except for Cowell. Cowell was trying to get a bit of a slipstream to retake the lead. So Austin now at the second. Welsh again having a look onto the inside of... That was... Adams, and he's gone by. And already you can see Carl stretching his legs away from Austin. Oh my god, that's a huge moment from Austin. He's going to lose a bit of momentum there, and that's going to allow Clements to catch right back up. And you can see further back in the background, Adams trying to regain that spot away from Thomas Welsh. That's Walsh, Sean. Oh, Clements running a bit wide off of turn 5. Scrapes the wall. See the sparks fly. So Austin will have a bit of breathing room behind. Ben now up into 6th after starting in the 15th position. Jordan Hogan, he is there in 7th. And Adam Piper coming out there in 8th place. But I just noticed there what I was just about to say there. Looking at the gap comparison there between Carl to Austin. You see how quick, even the BMW is quicker than the Mitsubishi. So, I mean, even though the Mitsubishi is really struggling for straight line speed, they can really catch up, especially on these street corners. But when it comes to cornering, you know, that Mitsubishi seems to be miles ahead than anyone else. Now then, going in towards turn 9. Oh, that'll be a nasty bump, and you see he hit that very badly, got a bit of oversteer. Welsh now up into 3rd place, so nice effort from Thomas Welsh. He did qualify 5th, and here comes Milton. He's trying to, oh, he's actually got by Adams, so Milton up to 5th now. And now he is going to try and get by Clements, who is trying to recover from his incident a lap ago. As I noticed there too that McEwen has actually got by. Oh, Jordan Hogan and McEwen made a bit of contact there through turn 12. But more importantly though, McEwen has gone by Piper, and Piper wants to have a look on the inside of Hogan. There's contact, and Piper goes through. More cars coming into the pit lane. Clements and I think someone else that was into the pits as well. That was Welsh. Further background, I think that was Colin Barrow and Myers also coming into the pit lane. So we've got now 3 laps to go. The gap between Nicholas Cowell to Alex Austin is 1.3 seconds. But remember, Cowell and Austin and Milden and Rob have yet to make a pit stop. I'm wondering if Carl's doing the strategy of paying in on going on to the last lap and then coming out wherever he's going to be. But really, what Adam Piper and McEwen needs to do is they need to possibly somehow cohesively work together to maybe go out ahead of Carl and break Carl's winning streak. Don't forget, Carl is on for 4 in a row here. He leads the championship of 100% perfection, and now that we know that Ryan Martin's not going to be competing for this race, I don't know if we'll be getting back for races 2 and 3, I don't know. But Carl will extend his championship lead no matter what, even if he loses the race, but a win will be, again, a big bonus to him. Austin now starting to struggle now. Although he did set his best lap there, 2:18.2. What lap time has Nicholas done? A 2:18.2 as well. Fastest lap though to Milton, 2:18.1, which is actually quite close. But he's actually set in purple. But he is starting to pull away though from Alex. The gap's nearly up to 2 seconds. Milton from up to 3rd. Then it is Adams, and you can see McEwen is also there too, and he made the pit stop as well as Piper. Thomas Welsh in 7th. He's still ahead of Chris Clements in 8th. Double podium winner last week, but then the incident a week ago made him deduct a few championship points. I think he actually did fell down to 6th in points. Jordan Hogan there in 9th, and then you got Sharp there sitting there solidly in the top 10. Hopefully not too phased after what happened on the first lap with involving his teammate Welsh. And then behind you've got Nathan Myers and Jeff Colombaro having a look on the inside, number 66 of the VXR Mazda. And now both Austin and Carl are making their pit stop. So Ben stays out. He's going to do another lap. He's going to pit on the last lap. Out goes Carl. Does he come out ahead of McEwen? This is going to be nip and tuck. McEwen just goes ahead. But Piper, can he still have the run? I don't know. Carl's going defensive. Piper's coming towards the outside for turns 2, 3 and 4. Absolutely flat out through there. That's brave stuff out there. Turn 3. And Carl just holds on to it there. Piper trying to have a look on the inside. Not going to do it. So Carl effectively is in a net second place. And he's got half a second. Oh, I think McEwen made a mistake. I think at turn 5. Yeah, he may have made a mistake. And now Carl is caught up to him. So then Milton in the lead and Adams in second, but they're both yet to pit. It's really this battle for third place that's going on for the win. It is a 3-car scrap between the defending champion McEwen in the Lexus. Piper trying to fake a move on Nicholas Carl. Austin now sitting there back in that 6th position. He may go to a net 4th position when Milton and Adams will make their pit stop. Thomas Welsh in 7th, Clements in 8th, Hogan 9th, Sharp in 10th, and Colombaro makes a great pass around the outside of Nathan Myers through turn 7. Lovely pass. Oh my, look at Nathan Myers' back end of that Garmin Mitsubishi. In fact, Colombaro having a look on the inside of Sharp going onto the bridge. This will be Colombaro's best finish of the season so far. If he stays that way, he finished 12th twice and the 13th. We only had 13 runners last week because we didn't see Hogan and Sean Cool. But yeah, not a good start there for Sean there, all the way back down there in 14th place. And Sean's saying he's got a glitch there with no power. Yeah, well, I mean, there you can see 1 minute and 13 seconds back, so not a good start there for the guy who was runner-up in Season 8, as we should expect to see Ben and Rob come into the pit lane, and Piper's going into second place and pushes Carl a little bit out wide. So now, yep, so Ben and Adams making their pit stop, so we're into the last lap of the race, and McEwen has got himself a 1.4 advantage over Piper in second place, and it's now down to the last lap. Nice shout out as well to Thomas Welsh there. Thomas Walsh, sorry. Walsh setting the fast lap at 2:17.6. So Walsh really looking quite fast in that Aeon Hyundai. Already catching up to the back of Alex Austin. And them two were going to have a good scrap for 4th place right until the very end. But really, here comes Carl to the inside of Piper. Gets to second place, but he's going to compromise him through turn 5. And Piper goes through. And I think 4 in a row may be over for Nicholas Carl. Now then, if Carl's not careful, he may fall into the clutches of Austin and Welsh here. The gap is slowly coming down. I mean, Austin is within slipstream distance. Let's ride on board with Austin. 3.2 back from the leader, but less than a second now to Carl in that second spot. Sorry, in that third spot, my apologies. And you can see his teammate Adam Piper right ahead of him. Ben in 7th when he came out of the pits, just ahead of Adams. Now then, as they go over to the bridge for the final time in race 1, it looks like McEwen is going to break Carl's duck of consecutive wins. It's really effectively the battle for second place and also for 4th place, because Welsh looks very, very quick. Although he did make a mistake at turn 9. He must have hit the bump far too badly, and he's going to lose a bit of time on the approach there too. I think I was just about to notice there that Carl was going to have a look to the outside now, going into what's turn 12. Can he do it? Oh, he tried to put a move on Piper. Now, this is where Piper, you know, was a bit aggressive on Martin, which made Martin quit. But I don't think it's going to happen, no. Carl's going to have to be content to finish in 3rd place, or if Austin can make a move. But I think he's too far back. My apologies, I'm a bit gassy. Anyways, McEwen is going to cross the line. He's going to win his first race of the season. So McEwen is a winner. Piper will come across the line in second. Carl will be third. And Alex Austin from second made that terrible start. Recovers to finish in fourth place. Clements just got by Walsh across the line. So Walsh will have to finish in sixth. Milton from seventh. Rob Adams in eighth. Jordan Hogan will finish ninth. Ash Sharp, best finish of the season for him so far at 10th place. 11th goes to Colin Barrow. Nathan Myers will be in 12th place. Leon Welsh, after making the incident with his teammate on lap 1, he will finish in 13th place. And the struggling Sean Cool will come across the line in 14th place. Yeah, and you can see he says there no power in the chat there. And look at the lap times: 2:34, 2:30, 2:37, 2:44. And it's just his best lap there. It was like, what, 13 seconds quicker. So here he comes, just about. Not a good start then for Sean, who missed the first round last week at Catalonia and not really making an impact here so far. But he'll recover good, hopefully, in races 2 and 3. He's got time to make up for that little moment that he had there. So there you go, Sean across the line. So Nicholas Carl's run is over as winner. Liam McEwen, defending champion, wins the first race. Can he make it 2 from 2? We will find out in 5 minutes time. Oh, okay, it's the second race of reverse grid. All right, okay. I've got my thing with me. I thought it was supposed to be the third race. That was the, Okay, my apologies. Right, here we go. I will get it up for you. They're all guessing what number it is. Here we go. I'll get it up for you. I will play it to you right now. 15. Here we go. Reverse grid over for race 3. Here we go. I want the Kinder Egg balls here with me in my hand. Out goes the paper. And it is ball number 9. Number 9. So whoever finished 9th will start on pole for race 3. I thought it was the third race that we're supposed to have. Oh well, my bad. Not unless I've read the rules properly. But oh well. Yeah, I do struggle to read, I'm not going to lie to you. Anyways, ball 9 will be starting on the pole. So who finished 9th in that race there? I think it was... I'm trying to think who finished 9th. Can anyone in the chat say who finished 9th? It was... No, it wasn't Ash. Ash was 10th. It will come to me. It will definitely come to me. Oh, it was Jordan. Jordan, that was it. There he is. Jordan, who's doing donuts at the bridge. Jordan Hogan will start on the pole for race 2. Maybe that's why he's celebrating. I think we'll get the second race underway. So Jordan Hogan will start on the pole position for race number 2. Second will be the guy that finished 10th, which will be Ash. Then it will be whoever finished 11th, which would be Colin Barrow. We just actually said in the chat, hello Jeff, how are you doing? 12th would be Nathan Myers. 13th, well, sorry. So pole would be Hogan. Then Sharp. And poor Rob. Poor Rob. He always seems to be last in these bowl draws, and I you know, I sympathise with him at all. So Jordan Hogan will start on the pole. He'll be alongside Ash Sharp on row 1. Row 2 will be Colin Barrow and Nathan Myers. Row 3 will be I forget. God damn it. No, anyways, we'll see in a minute, anyways. But we'll see. Here we go. We're getting ready for the second race. I thought it was the third race that would have the reverse grid order, but okay. My apologies. So, race 2 of the day. Round 5 of the 18-round championship. The second race at the Circuit de Sacqua B Circuit 2 or whatever. I don't know what you call it. So here we go. It's Hogan from McEwen, from Piper. I really don't know. I genuinely don't know. I thought it was like positions 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I really don't know. I genuinely do not have a clue. Anyways, we're underway for round 2 of tonight. And looks like Hogan has got a good start. By the looks of it, he's well ahead of McEwen going in towards the first corner. Such a terrible angle out for the start of the race, I'm not going to lie. Anyways, but Hogan leads the way. Then McEwen, Piper in third, Carl fourth, top 4. Had they stayed as it is there. Austin down in that 6th place. And again, trying to defend it away from Thomas Welsh, which Milton having a look on the inside. As this is turn 4 now, going into towards turn 5 before going on to the long straightaway. Looks like we're all nice and tiny through there, but lots of smoke being kicked up there. Who's that had a spin? Who was that had a spin? Oh, it was McEwen, the winner from race 1, who had a spin. So let's ride aboard with McEwen. What did he do? Oh, was someone coming in very, very late? Oh, it was Piper coming in from a long way from downtown and just half spins McEwen around there. So the winner from race 1 dumped down to last place, and Piper felt bad and he slowed down because of it, so he let McEwen go through. But the defending champion, the winner from race 1, has got work to do in the second race. And now Clements up in the second place, who got on a bit of grass going over the bridge. Oh my goodness me, look at Austin. Did he try to fit a BMW going nearly against the barrier off of turn 7? Oh, and there was contact, and Carl had a half spin. In fact, Carl's just been spun around. The championship leader's been spun around. It's all happening in the second race here. My, oh my, McEwen's up to 8th place after a spin not too long ago. What is going on here? This is absolute madness here already in race 2, the reverse grid race, might I ask as well. And now Sharp's down to last place. So something's happened to Sharp, but the championship leader, Nicholas Carl, down in 12th place. And now, like I said with McEwen, he's got some work to do. He's hitting the wall too now. He just needs to settle down. He just needs to just calm it a little bit. He knows he's quick, but he's got some work to do if he can gain a podium finish out of this one. But so far sits now in 12th place. Meanwhile, Jordan Hogan is set off. 2.7 seconds he's got the lead over Clements. We've got some drivers making the pit stop already. I mean, that was Milden that was into the pits, as well as McEwen. So they're getting their pit stop over and done with. And Ben coming out just ahead of McEwen. And they're going to be coming out 13th and 14th respectively, so Sharp will move up a couple of spots, but then obviously he's got to make a pit stop. But McEwen he always looks quite quick on those soft tyres, and around the outside does McEwen. He's going to have the inside now for turn 4. No, this is turn 4 right here. He's going to try and stick it around the outside. Can he go for turn 5, number 5? He's got it, I think, you know. Oh, Ben giving him loads of room, lots of respect between these two. But McEwen doesn't get it. Now then, Cool up into 3rd position already, and he's passed Alex Austin on the straightaway. So Cool, after finishing 14th in race 1, I presume he started last in the second race. He's already up into 3rd place now for that VXR Mazda. That's good to see. And look at the guy in 5th place, Leon Welsh there, who made the incident on the first lap with his teammate. Adams in 6th, 7th is Piper, 8th is Nathan Myers, 9th is Jeff Colombardo now, and Nicholas Carl trying to have a look on the inside, going over the bridge. That Mitsubishi really does seem to be lacking some straight line speed. Can he make it stick though? Oh, bit of contact. And through into, in fact, Colorado's going to lose 2 spots as a result because Thomas Welsh. Oh, was that more? Was that? I thought I just had a squeal of tyres there. And again, McEwen and Milden battling away. Jordan Hogan now, the gap now 3.2 seconds he has over Chris Clements. Cool, 2.5 seconds back of Clements. And then you've got Austin, who is within that slipstream of Cool in that Mazda just ahead. Cool's Mazda's looking a bit scratched at the back as Clements go, bit of a scrape of the wall there. Did Cool, that's going to lose him a bit of momentum, and through into second goes Alex Austin. I think that was Piper that came into the pit lane. Colin Bartle goes in as well. So now Austin into a very good 2nd place. This is a good showing this from Alex Austin. Qualified 2nd in race 1, had a terrible start, recovered up to finish 4th in the first race, and here he is looking very, very racy here tonight. 6.2 seconds Jordan Hogan's advantage is over the rest of the field. Now, the last time we saw Jordan Hogan was last season when he drove the Peugeot livery, when we were running 98 livery scheme, and he was driving the Peugeot, and he got his first ever win at Tsukuba, and then after that we never seen from him ever since. But today, finished 9th in the first race, got the bowl draw, got the pole position, and look at him, 6.2 seconds he had. We're not even halfway through the race yet. Cool, having a look on the outside at turn 7. Oh, is Austin going to hold on to it? No, he hits the wall. Bit more contact there. That was a bigger contact. And through into 2nd place now goes Sean Cool. So Austin made the mistake. Look further back there too, Rob Adams now in 5th place, trying to get by Leon Welsh, who didn't get a good speed off going into over the bridge, and Adams just breezes by Welsh like he's not even there. And Nicholas Carl in that 6th place, and Clements in 7th, who has made the pit stop. In fact, you've got the 3 Mitsubishi Garmin entries there running 6th, 7th and 8th, although Thomas Welsh has now upset that party. He's gone by Myers on the inside, go over the bridge and hit that nasty bump too in the process. Piper now in 10th, and now you've got yourselves a couple of Chevrolet Lexuses there in a bit of a skirmish there, because Milton is at the meet in the middle of a silver line sandwich there. And one in last place is Colin Barlow. So let's see what Jordan's going to do now. He might as well have to make his pit stop, because he's got such a big enough advantage here. He could win this race. He doesn't need to be pitting quite late here. Austin comes into the pits now. In fact, actually, Jordan can make his pit stop going on to the last lap. It seems to work for... It worked for Carl last week, because he pitted in races 2 and 3 from the lead, and he still held on to it. So if I was Hogan, I'd pit in on the last lap, or going on to the last lap. Anyways, Austin comes out just ahead of Welsh, and Piper too. Oh, but he kisses the wall, so he's going to lose a little bit of time. Piper there in 8th place. Let's right on board with Piper, the torpedo. Let's have a look. Going into what's corner 4. He's got Welsh just ahead, 5th gear through that. Look at the run he's got there. Now he goes onto the inside of turn 5. Welsh will give him the room, will he? Oh, he says, no, you don't. Oh, and he's pushing him off. He pushed off Neil Walsh and spins him around. Carl had to make an avoidance. So did Milton. McEwen's on the grass as well. Piper's been awfully aggressive in this race. They're nearly 3 abreast at turn 6. Oh, and a bit of lag there too for McEwen. Well, goodness me, it's so happening in race 2. The Res Grid Order always seems to make some exciting racing, and it certainly hasn't disappointed. But I tell you what, if I was Leon Welsh, I'd be disappointed getting punted off by the BMW driver. 25 quid, Leon. Now then, Hogan's lead coming down ever so slowly now, just going to about 6 seconds. So VX are 2 and 3. But both of them have not yet made a pit stop. Fastest lap goes to Sean Coe with a 2:18.3. Clements in 4th position. I think Clements did make a pit stop, didn't he? I think he did, you know, yeah. I think by my reckoning, I think Clements was the first to make... he's actually leading the way of making a... Oh, he's already made a pit stop. God, I'm confusing myself here. And then the next guy that's made a pit stop is Austin, who's in 6th place. In fact, Jordan makes his time to come into the pit lane, so he's going to change tyres. Don't forget, when you make a pit stop, you've got to change tyres. So for existence there, that Jordan started on the super softs. He goes out to the soft tyres now, as well as Adams and Sean. So he's going to be comfortably out into the lead, and Clements in 2nd. Nathan Myers, who's not yet made a pit stop, he's now in 3rd. Sean Cool just ahead of Austin in 4th. And Adams coming out ahead of Piper in, yeah, very aggressive torpedo Piper in 7th place. Thomas Welsh in 8th. Milton in 9th. And McEwen, who's had 2 moments in this race, is sitting in the top 10. And the championship leader, Nicholas Cowell, down there in 11th position. 12th is Nicholas. 12th is Colin Barlow. 13th is Ash Sharp after the... after what happened to him, which we didn't see, and Welsh, after being spun off by Piper, sits in last position. This is what we most wanted to see if Sean Cool didn't make Catalonia last week. Finished a very poor 14th in the first race, but he managed to fix his issue, whatever happened to him, which I'd like to know in the comment section how he fixed that issue, because he was absolutely dog slow. He was already closing up on the back of Nathan Myers, but I think, to me, Myers is the only one that's not yet made a pit stop, as I just noticed that Piper passing on Adams going to the bridge, so hopefully there was no contact being made. And further back there, Milton trying to have a look on the inside. No, in fact, McEwen's got a slipstream off of Thomas Welsh and through into 9th place. He might have a double overtake here right through McEwen. He's going to go to the inside at turn. Contact! And Welsh hits into the wall. And through goes Milton, through goes Carl. So Thomas Welsh down as 3 positions there. Let's see if I can get a replay of that. So here he goes. He's onto the middle of the air, going over the bridge. There's a nasty bump here. Oh, I think Welsh tried to turn in on McEwen. It's a bit of a tricky one there. It seemed to me that Welsh turned in on McEwen, but he still did have a car like front bumper ahead of him, and plus that bump too. It's not really ideal situation, but oh well. Into the pits goes Myers, so everyone has now made their pit stop as we're on to the penultimate lap of the race. Out goes Myers, so McEwen moves up to 7th. So we've got ourselves a 5-car scrap there by the looks of it for 7th place, and again the winner from race 1 trying to recover from that spin that he had on the opening lap with that massive kamikaze attempt from Piper. Yeah, Piper seems to be hating the silver line cars, doesn't he? He's already hit off McEwen. He's already punted off Welsh in the process too. And look at Milton having a look around the outside at 10.5. A little bit of contact. Oh my goodness me, that was a bit there. And ever the initiative there. Nicholas Cowell goes a spot up there, but I don't know if there was lag involved in that. Hopefully not. Hogan's lead now. He could just really just cruise it to victory there, and it's come down less than 5 seconds, but I mean that's still a big enough advantage now as he oversteers his way over the bridge. He's got to be careful there. He doesn't want to be losing it there. McEwen sitting solidly in the 2nd place, but looks like he's a little bit pulling away from Sean Cool in 3rd place. Alex Austin in 4th, and then Piper in 5th. I wonder what Piper's going to do to his teammate if he ever catches up to him there. Look in the background. I think that was Colin Bardo trying to make a move on Nathan Myers. Oh, he's going to go. He went to the outside, now goes to the inside. Colin Bardo, the elder statesman in the championship, but still a very good racer indeed. I did see in one of the races, I think it was at Autopolis, he was on course for his very first win before being punted off on the last corner. I bet he would have been so angry that would have happened. I think that was back in season 7, I think, or maybe season 6, I'm not too sure. I don't think he wants to be reminded of that. Anyways, we're going on to the last lap of the race there, and again you can see that was McEwen being hustled now by Cole and from Ben Milden. So it looks like Austin is going to hold on to a safe 4th place. Piper into 5th as we are now starting the last lap of the race, and Jordan Hogan, who won at Tsukuba last season, looks like he's going to get his 2nd ever win in the BTCC with BTCC Blueprints for Paul Roche Championship Season 9. Bit of kiss at the gravel trap there from Liam. Might compromise him through turn 4. He's actually getting closer to the back of Rob Adams, who's losing ground on Piper. Got to keep an eye on that there. 4-car scrap now for 6th place. McEwen thinks about making a look on the inside in turn 5. We're not going to do it. Piper gets a little 2 wheels on the grass. Further back there, I see Nathan Myers dropping distance away, and Milton's got up into 8th, so he's past Carl. Oh, now Thomas Welsh, the power of that Hyundai. He just, I tell you, we'll see a replay of that, and you'll see why. Look at the power then the Hyundai has over the Mitsubishi. Look at this, it is insane. Little bit of contact, but there you go. Just the power of the Hyundai going by ahead of that Evo. Yellow flag has been waved. Who was that? It's Rob. It's Rob Adams. He's had a moment. Rob's had a moment at the bridge. So what happened here? Did he get help from behind, or what? Did he Oh, he just hit the bridge. He hit the bridge, and that's one of the corners that could have tricked out a lot of people, but he just hit the bridge. That is a catastrophic mistake there from Rob Adams to do that. But anyway, we're looking here at Jordan Hogan. It's pretty good here to be having the last 5 races. 2 of them had been wins, and here he comes then across the line. His 2nd ever win in this championship. Hogan Lights to flag victory. It's going to be Clements is going to come across the line, second place, only just over to Sean Cool. Alex Austin will get another fourth place finish here tonight, and Piper's just going to hold off for fifth place ahead of McEwen, Milden and Carl in eighth place. Ninth place will go to Thomas Welsh. 3 wide looked like across the finish line. Myers 10th. Colin Barrow will finish in 11th place, and in 12th place will be Rob Adams, who hit the barrier on going on the exit of the starting off the bridge. He's just going to finish 12th place, just ahead of Ash Sharp, and Leon Welsh will finish in 14th place. So lovely win there from Hogan. Lights to flag victory. The ball draw paid off for him. Second ever win. I don't know if it's going to be another ball draw for race 3. I don't know, because the rules changed somewhat over time. So I'm going to wait here for 5 minutes, and we will get to see what will happen in 5 minutes time for the final race here tonight at Sainte Croix. Right then, so we're getting ready for the final race of tonight. And I don't know if you've just noticed here, we are going to be racing pretty much under the lights for the final race, but more also the winner from race 2, Jordan Hogan, opting out for this because he's got another league to contend with. I just want to point out here, this is not a rant or whatever, but what's the point of signing up for a championship when you're going to be leaving to go for another championship? Like another racing thing. Just to put it out there, I mean, Jordan dominated the second race. You know, he won it by like nearly, what, 5 seconds or so. Is that league more important than this league? I don't know, maybe. Oh, that's a different line there, Alex, there. Hope you don't do that in the race for the final round tonight. So then, anyways, there looks like Nicholas Carl has been very much struggling, hasn't he? I thought I had a grid. Oh, I might have had it on the. Oh, I forget it. I don't know. But anyways, we're getting ready for the final race of tonight, round 6 of the championship. The BTCC with BTCC Blueprints with Paul Welsh Racing. And now that Jordan Hogan loses the pole position, that means that it will be Leon Welsh will start on the pole. Then it will be Sharp. Oh, so it's a whole reverse order then for the second race. Right, okay. My apologies. Right then, so Welsh will start on the pole. Sharp, Adams, then Colin Barlow. So it's a Silverline front row, and then it is a VXR second row. As the red lights go on, the engine notes rise, lights out, and away we go. And it looks like it's a good start there from Nicholas Carr. Already putting his car in the middle. He's already gained a spot, but Sharp into the lead of the race. They're 3 abreast going in towards the first corner here. Adams is going to put himself in the middle of a Silverline sandwich here, and it's Sharp that leads going off it to turn 1. McEwen ordered the upper spot to 9th place. Now then, can Leon Welsh be a bit of a helpful teammate here? He's trying to have a look on the inside, maybe a bit of bump drafting there between the pair of them. More contact there. Maybe a bit of, yeah, like I said, maybe a bit of bump drafting, but don't forget what happened in the first race when Welsh got into his teammate. We don't want to see that again. Sylvan Sharp in the lead, followed by Welsh. And look at Colin Barlow. Oh, 10-5. He didn't get that all right there, did Sharp. That's going to allow Welsh to have a look on the inside. The VXX boys are side by side for third place. Colin Barlow versus Adams. Let's ride on board with Colin Barlow. And you can see a whole gang, a whole swarm of Mitsubishis and BMWs and all that right behind him as Nicholas Carl's making a look on the inside. They're going to make it go 3 abreast, maybe. Maybe go 3 abreast going in towards turn 7. Well, I don't know what was going on there because my mum comes into the room because I keep telling her, don't come in when I'm live, but, you know, deaf in one ear, typical. Anyways, there's some action going on, which I didn't unfortunately see because of that. But anyway, Sharp's still in the lead. Welsh in second. Oh, in fact, Sharp's going to make his pit stop early. Yeah, so first lap there. Oh, one of the BMWs getting all crossed up off the exit. Sparks flying. I think that was Clements in the background. So Welsh inherits the lead. Actually, it's a Silverline 1, 2, 3 if where Sharp stayed out. So McEwen up to second. Third is Nathan Mize. Now, we've seen how aggressive Nathan was in the third race of Catalonia a week ago. Milton into fourth. Fifth is Colin Barlow. Sean Cool over to sixth. And the 2 BMW boys side by side. Austin and Piper together for 7th place. Ninth there is Thomas Welsh. Carl down to 10th place. I don't know what happened to Carl. We did see him up as high as 5th. But obviously with me talking to my mum, I didn't see what was going on. He's all the way down to 10th place. It looks like he's going to lose that spot nearly to Clements. Is he? Maybe not. Sharp down to 12th, but he's the first to make a pit stop as well as Adams. Although I think, did Adams had a spin? I don't know. I didn't see because of what happened. Anyways, battle going on then for the second spot now as Myers and Milton going at it, going over the bridge now for the second time. Oh, and Myers there. Oh my goodness me, what on earth was that? That was like a late lunge, and it was a bit forceful because Milton had his nose legitimately sideways there and may have turned in a bit on Milton. In fact, McEwen, with the speed of that Lexus there, is going to go back around the inside, is he? Over the nasty bump, over the bridge. Welsh just hits the barrier on the exit. Oh, and McEwen trying to force his way through, and now and again with Welsh scraping the barrier, he's lost a lot of momentum. And McEwen might take the lead of the race here now. Here he goes, and indeed he does. So McEwen into the lead. What about Myers? Myers makes a double overtake. What a pass that was from Nathan Myers. My, oh my, and look at this. Now it comes Welsh. He has a look on the inside of Myers. Oh, I hope he wasn't going to be making a pit stop here. Look at this mess for the lead now. In goes McEwen. He says, I've had enough of this. I don't want to get involved in that. So Welsh re-inherits the lead. And it's just anyone's guess for a second on back, isn't it? Here comes Myers to the inside of turn 1. Not going to do it there. Look at Austin. Austin has been really good around here. Apart from that bad start that he did in race 1. He is looking very, very good here today. He's been the best of the BMW boys, it's fair to say there. Back-to-back 4th place finishes there. Looking cool, looking a bit messy in the middle of turns 2, 3 and 4. It would be quite nice to see Alex Austin getting a win here. He has been fast all night here tonight. And what contact there, Welsh and Myers got it together, and around went Sean Cool, because there was just pretty much a massive domino effect. Oh, dearie me, what has happened here? Let's get a replay of that. Let's ride on board with Sean Cool. So here we go. Oh, Myers just hits the wall off at turn 5. And I think that was Milton that just got into it. It was really a domino effect there, but that was a weird incident there. If Myers, I don't know if Myers may have got forced down there. I'm not too sure. No, well, we're too late now. But anyway, he's down now in 9th place now is Myers. That was a very, very odd incident. Not unless if Welsh did come down on Myers. We're going to have a look. I mean, the stewards are going to have a look at that one anyways. But Welsh still holds on to the lead. I think it might have been Milton that was the one that got into the back of Sean Cool, because he's not even there. He's not even showing in the top 8. As Welsh gets it all wrong off the bridge, and Austin leads 2nd time in a row. And someone else actually went off too. Had a hard hit too. Was that Myers? It might have been. It might have been Nathan Myers too. And look at Nicholas Carl up into 2nd place. It's been pretty much a disastrous Sainte Croix for the championship leader, but there he is now in that 2nd place. So it's BMW for Mitsubishi. BMW 1, 2, 3. Hyundai, the only Aeon driver now, Thomas Walsh, because Jordan has faked off because he's got more important things. Sitting now in 4th place. Welsh down to 5th after scraping the barrier yet again off the exit of the bridge corner. And then Clements in 6th. And in fact, both Welsh, Clements and Colin Barlow all into the pit lane. I tell you what, Ash could be on course here for his best result so far, because he's kept his nose clean. He's up into 5th place now. And don't forget, he has made his pit stop. Could we see Ash Sharp, a guy who has pretty much been struggling over these last couple of seasons, could he get a podium finish here? Or can he get a win? Let's have a look then for the battle for the lead then. Austin versus Carl versus Piper. Then you got Thomas Welsh, like I said, the only Aeon driver now in the race. The other two, Ryan Martin whinged off because he got punted off the exit of turn 10. I don't want to say whinged off, and I hope to see him back as a fellow, for a guy who lives near me anyways. Sharp in 5th, Milton 6th, Adam 7th, Cool in 8th. Oh, massive sparks fly there. I think that was Austin again getting it all wrong off of that corner. Carl to the outside. He tries to turn in on Austin. He's got to be careful. He may get shot off the bridge. Austin gave him the room, but look at Piper. He's got to be careful here. Piper's going to help his teammate keep the lead. Yes, indeed he does. Oh, God. Free abreast. Free abreast going into turn 9. This is not going to be good, boys and girls. Welsh kamikaze his way through. It was a brave move, but it didn't work. So Austin holds on to the lead. I tell you what, this is some great racing around here. I've done some commentating before, races around here, and they've always been entertaining. This has been just simply great racing, far bit aggressive, but still entertaining racing nonetheless as well tonight. But still, Austin holds on to the lead. Piper in 2nd. He wants to help his teammate though. Yep, it's a BMW 2, 1 and 2, and in fact Piper wants the lead. Careful not to spin out your teammate. You've been hitting the other drivers before. More sparks fly. Austin stays out. No, in fact Austin decides to come in with his teammate as well as Welsh. So Carl inherits the lead. Sharp in 2nd place, but he has made the pit stop. This could be Sharp's first win in a very long time. I don't know when was the last time Sharp had a win. But it'd be nice to see Sharp get a win here. It'll be so good to see. But like I says, Carl has not yet made a pit stop. I don't think he has. No, he hasn't. Whereas, like I says, Sharp has made a pit stop. Sean now into 3rd place and 5 seconds back from Sharp. Then Piper, and then Austin. Piper's actually gone ahead of his teammate. Coming out of the pit lane, and then look at the mess here for 6th place on back as Clements and Adams nearly get together off of turn 5. That's going to allow Welsh to catch up. Look at this mess. It is an absolute pile of trash here that's going on for 6th place. This is proper touring car racing. This is absolutely amazing to watch there. Just cars battling for the same amount of tarmac. Any which way you look, it's just positions change. If only Formula 1 would be like this, it'd be so much better. Anyway, Clements down to 8th place. Walsh up to 7th. And Adam's still holding on to 6th place, as I can see there. I think that was Colin Bart. No, that was Sean Cool. Getting a bit of pressure out from the RAC boys. And Piper moves up into 3rd place. Effectively 2nd place because Carl is not yet pitted. Actually, Carl might come out ahead of this battle for 2nd place. He's not going to get the lead because Sharp will take that. The gap now up to 3 seconds. Normally takes about 6 seconds to make a pit stop, so Sharp's got to be very, very careful here because a race win is in the bag here. Or what is Carl going to do? Is Carl going to stay out and do another lap and then make the pit stop and see what the gap will be between himself to Ash? But Ash has got to be very careful. He's got no cars behind him. He's just got to be very, very safe because the guys further on back are squabbling, and it's going to, well, I was going to say it's going to allow Ash to pull away, but it's coming down by about a second every time. It's now 3.8 seconds for this massive, like, gargantuan scrap for the lead, for 2nd place effectively, and Carl goes into the pit lane, so Sharp will now take hold of the lead. Clements looks like he's going into the pits as well. No, he's not. I think he may have a little bit of a moment. So into the lead now goes Sharp. He's got 2 laps to hold on to what could be a very famous victory for Sharp in that Lexus. Piper scrapes the wall. My oh my, this racing has been absolutely exceptional here tonight. We've seen everything here. Drivers quitting, whinging, leaving because, you know, I mean, why did Jordan Hogan want to leave this race? Why did he leave? Why did he? Oh, God, that gap is slowly coming down. 1.5 seconds. Can Sharp hold on for the first win? And I don't know when it will be the last time Sharp actually won a BTCC race there, but he's got to do it. He's got to be, you know, the nerves will definitely be here. But he just can't show it. He's got to just do the same laps every now and again. Gap slowly increasing, but then it's coming down again. Carl's pulling away from the battle for 3rd. Look at this, cars there. You can see all 10 cars, 11 cars, all in shot in that picture then. Piper again under some real pressure from Sean Coe, and Thomas Welsh having a look on the inside of 3 of them. He tried it a couple of laps ago. It didn't work. It sort of worked this time because he didn't lose a couple of spots in the well, he didn't lose all 3 spots when he did it the first time. But Coe gets his way by into 4th place yet again. So really that strategy that Thomas Welsh did is really going to be backfired, because Austin's going to have a look on the inside maybe. No, he's not. That is turn 12. Oh, and I tell you what, Carl is all over the back of Sharp here as we got 1 lap to go. Sharp, you've got to defend the race of your life if you can get your first win here. He's got to do it now. Less than a quarter of a second between the top 2. Defend your position here, Ash. That's a Vauxhall coming into the pit lane. That is cool. Oh, he didn't make that pit stop, so cool into the pits. Here we go then, last lap. Here comes Carl to the inside of turn 1, and he's got the lead. Now can Sharp, I don't think he'd had the cutback, no. So Carl looks like he's going to be on course for a 4th win of the season. Sharp might have to settle for 2nd place, but he'll be happy with that, hopefully. I hope he will be. Piper in 3rd. McEwen now up into 4th place. I don't know what happened with because McEwen's up into 4th place. If there was something that went on between them lot, yeah, so McEwen was behind that with Austin and Adams, I think, and he's gained 3 spots now. Yeah, Austin's down to 8th place. It'll be his worst finish of the night. Anyways, he's picked up 2 4th place finishes. Milton there in 9th, having a sort of decent race. Clements in 10th. 11th is Nathan Myers. Then you got Welsh down in 12th. Then Colin Barlow and Cool down there. Sitting there here is the leader, but no, that's glitched actually. That is glitched, I think. To my knowledge, there is Carl is leading the race. Yeah, I think the scoreboard's actually glitched. I think Carl is leading the race officially. Sharp is 2nd. 3rd is Piper. 4th is Welsh. Sorry. Oh, Clements hits the wall. I think he may have. Oh, and Austin's off. Austin had a moment. Did he do the same moment as what Adams did in the 2nd race? Let's find out. Going over the bridge. Oh, nearly gets into the back of him. Oh, he did, didn't he? He did. A carbon copy of what Adams did in race 2. Austin, the hard work in the first 2 races has just gone up in smoke. It does still say Sean Cool's leading, but honestly the timing is completely wrong. Oh, I tell you what, Sharp's got to hold on for 2nd place now because Piper's all over the back flashing the lights. Carl's going to win the race. Piper's trying to do anything to put Ash off here, but like I said, Piper's going to win the race. Sharp's going to hold on to 2nd place here, so another win here for Nicholas Carl. 4 wins out of 6. Sharp will finish his best finish for a country mile in 2nd place. Third will be Adam Piper. 4th is Thomas Welsh. McEwen will finish 5th. 6th will be Adams. Milton 7th. Clements in 8th. Nathan Myers gets a top 10. And Sean Cool actually does get 10th place. Colin Barlow 11th. Welsh in 12th. And Austin, with that incident, are all going across the bridge in 13th place. But my, oh my, what a night that was. What a race that was there. So it turned out not to be a bad day then for Carl. He got a win eventually. He'll be disappointed that he didn't get all 3 races there, but obviously the 2nd race, that was a real bad blow there from for Carl. I think he finished, what, 8th, I think it was, something like that. But anyway, that has been the Circuit de Sainte Croix round 2 of the SBR BTCC with BTCC Blueprints and Paul Welsh. We will see you next week for round 3 of the championship. So until then, we will see you later.